This HoofArmor presentation discusses the latest developments concerning HoofArmor and white line disease. So what is HoofArmor? HoofArmor, hoof protection, is an easily applied adhesive coating that farriers and trimmers can utilize to protect their barefoot horses' hooves against abrasion and wear, or the soles and tops of shod horses. It contains a natural antimicrobial agent that can protect against infections. It is designed to help strengthen a horse's hooves. Like the natural perioval varnish the hoof naturally secretes on the top of the hoof, HoofArmor coats the bottom with a tough, flexible layer to retain the hoof's natural internal moisture, keeping hooves healthy in any environment. HoofArmor also protects the sole of the hoof, which is the part that gets stone bruised. The thickness of a calloused hoof sole is the key to stone insensitivity. HoofArmor is more flexible than the hoof itself and will not restrict the hoof's natural expansion and contraction. It is also part of a hoof maintenance plan that includes proper trimming and conditioning of the hoof, just like one would do for the rest of the horse.
So, why does HoofArmor work against white line disease? If the cause of white line disease can be aerobic or anaerobic, do you seal it off or leave it open to the air? Essentially, HoofArmor can be used as an overall protective coating that protects against wear, abrasion, and infections. HoofArmor can be applied to both the top and bottom surface of a hoof after trimming or before applying a shoe. Essentially, HoofArmor can be like a complete boot. HoofArmor will seal off the aerobic infection by blocking the air, and the anaerobic infections are treated by the antimicrobial agent in the formula. Because HoofArmor will last several weeks, the treatment can be owned by the farrier rather than leaving it in the hands of the owner to continue daily treatment. Farriers can also apply HoofArmor every few weeks when trimming or shoeing as a preventative against white line disease, which is a substantial value add. Here is example number 1 of HoofArmor versus white line disease. The photos that follow are of Amy Johnson's warm blood mare that was going to be put down for white line disease. She foundered and consequently got abscesses, hoof rot, etc., and the only treatment she had was to be shod. The shoes were removed and the whole top and bottom of the hoof were sealed with HoofArmor. 2 coats were put on about 2 weeks apart the first time in November, but after that 1 coat was done in December and then January. Here is a photo taken November 1st before HoofArmor treatment was begun. This photo was taken December 5th when HoofArmor was trimmed and reapplied. This photo was taken January 6th after 2 applications of HoofArmor. One can easily see the significant improvement. This is example number 2 of HoofArmor versus white line disease. HoofArmor was started after digging out a lot of the hoof and resecting some. The hooves were far from perfect, and there was significant hoof wall missing, so the mare was balanced as well as possible at the time. The white line disease was traveling up the mare's hoof wall and had to be stopped for the mare's hooves to begin to heal. This photo shows the hoof before debriding and HoofArmor. It is the right front hoof. This photo shows the left front hoof before debriding and HoofArmor. This photo shows the debrided hoof, right front. This photo is the debrided hoof, left front. This photo is the first application of HoofArmor, right front. This is the first application of HoofArmor, left front. Applying HoofArmor. Here is how work on the mare's hooves progressed. The photos that follow are before and after. She was worked on initially, and then again in 2 weeks, and then every 4 weeks until the hooves were grown out. This photo shows the right front hoof 7 weeks later after 2 applications of HoofArmor. This photo shows the left front hoof 7 weeks later after 2 HoofArmor applications. This is a photo of the right front top of the hoof before applying HoofArmor. This is a photo of the left front top of the hoof before applying HoofArmor. This is a photo 7 weeks later of the 2 front feet after 2 HoofArmor applications. Here is a quote from the hoof care professional who worked on this mare. Since fixing this mare's feet, she is more comfortable, will actually run, jump, kick, and play in the pasture. She now trims a lot easier where she used to try and kick out. Her soles are looking better and stronger, and she is feeling better all the way around. She used to lay down a lot in the pasture, and now we know why. Her feet were deteriorating, and since the very first treatment and cutting off all the infected hoof wall, the owners immediately noticed a difference with her behavior, and she seems much happier. Happy feet, happy horse.